Bayan sa isyu pa rin po ng child labor, hindi po maikakaila na malaki at mahalaga po ang papel ng media para mas mapalawak po ang kamalayan ng bawat Pilipino ukol sa isyong ito.
Kaugnay nga Dayan nung kampanya na #1M Batang Malaya, paano nga ba mas ma-mainstream itong panawagan to sa mga viewers natin? Diyan papasok yung role ng media.
At para pag-usapan yan, kasama po natin ngayong umaga ang Executive at Training Director ng Philippine Press Institute, Mr. Ariel Sebelino. Magandang umaga, sir.
Magandang umaga. Oo. Yeah, hi.
Okay, so regarding this issue, sir, so you're a resource person, one of the resource persons ng committee na to, ng committee regarding this. So, ano po sa tingin niyo yung pinaka-vital role ng media para mas ma-drumbeat yung issue na to?
Yeah. Unang-una, di ba, kasi meron tayong perception na stories about children are not sexy. So the only thing na pwede natin to make them palatable is to sensationalize it. Ang problema sa child labor kasi, nasa ating responsibilidad, I think, first and foremost, media practitioners, to get stories across the public. And these are stories underreported or even not reported at all. That's very scary kasi yung statistics natin na 2 million, as already mentioned, of the 26 million population ng children in the Philippines, it's a cause for alarm. Whatever statistics about child labor, ito lang is a cause for alarm. Ang pwede natin gawin talaga is gumawa ng storya. And I think framing tsaka pag-peg ng stories about children so that they're attractive to our viewers. Kasi ang intention is to rouse them into action. Eh. Yeah. That's the purpose. Eh. Pag wala kang, isa pa walang recognition by the public na how alarming the problem is. Pag walang ganong recognition, mahirap yon kasi ang convergence ng efforts from the government, from the government agencies, tsaka ng advocacy organizations ay nasa scale na hindi siya magagawa ng more impactful kung hindi tulong-tulong. I mean, in the sense na gagawin ko to. Iba namang ginagawa ng iba. Yung mga ganun. So, yung convergence na is really very necessary. Sa sektor natin ng media, importante yung kasi, I always say this, pag meron akong lecture in children, everyone has a soft spot for children. We were once kids, we were once children. Yung empathy natin, not only sympathy, yung empathy natin for children, I think we can also bring that to our work. We're fathers, we're mothers, we're sisters or brothers, yung sa profession natin. And I think yung kanyang emosyon, if there's an emotional appeal yun sa storya na yun, it gets to the public so that they recognize it and they also feel na, uy, patuwang tayo dapat sa problemang ito. Yung mga ganong ano.
Okay, so Sir Ariel, you wrote and you are writing stories about children as well and other vulnerable sector. And if there would be more people like you, maraming mga magsusulat ng storya, pero yung mga tao, paano kaya nila itataas yung kanilang appreciation doon sa problema? I don't know, do they see the problem as normal o wala naman dapat ika-alarma dito? Paano ba natin itataas yung kanilang appreciation sa problemang ito?
Okay, in my experience kasi, no matter how many times you write stories about children, pag hindi naintindihan ng publiko, dapat i-laymanize mo yun. There are jargons and terminologies that tayo lang nakakaintindi. Even advocacy organizations have to laymanize the information. So where do we get this information? Not only from government agencies, from other agencies or departments or advocacy organizations na mayroong data and statistics. And talking about data and statistics, normally, pag nagsusulat about children, ang daming data and statistics, purong ganon. Meron na tayong tinatawag na data journalism. The only way to get that message across na appealing sa kanila, emotionally appealing, to rouse them into action, is to make stories relatable. Pag binasa nila, uy, what if nangyari yan sa anak ko? Ganon. And this is a mother watching a TV show about children or isang news na in-abuse yung bata.
Probably more case studies, real stories from the ground.
More case studies and more stories from the ground. If you go to the communities, that's what we call grounding in journalism, di ba? If you go to the communities, ang daming storya ng mga kabataan na hindi siya naisusulat or na-air. But this is not to say na dapat ang mga storya about kids, puro mga sad or sub-stories. There are stories on children that are narratives of triumph, of successes, di ba? Masarap din yung iparating. Kasi
Yes.
what if, like for example, we have kids na ni-rescue ng gobyerno natin. Tapos nagbago sila. I mean, nagbago in the sense na yung buhay nila, although naging traumatizing yung experience nila, nagbago sila in the sense na meron kasing mekanismo
Alright.
na mekanismo ng gobyerno, mekanismo ng other government organization so that naibalik yung rights nila to enjoy childhood and probably when they grow up, di ba? Ang
Yeah.
ganda ng memories,
Okay.
di ba?
On a last note, very quickly lang, talking to the media practitioners right now, please urge them to write stories, to produce stories that
Yeah.
will mainstream this issue.
Sure. Okay, I'm encouraging my co-media practitioners, even if it's not your beat, even if child labor or children reporting is not your beat, I think it's time to do those stories kasi we're looking at children tired, ano na yan, no, and cliched mantra na they're the future of our nation. So the only way to protect and get their voice across or voices across kasi voiceless sila, wala namang ano pa, is for adults like us to take a look at issues that involve their future.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Marami pong
Welcome.
salamat.
Thank you
Mr.
too.
Ariel Sibelino, siya po ang Executive and Training Director ng Philippine Press Institute.